I'm Lara Sky, I'm a professional dominatrix, and today I wanted to go over SSC, RAC and PRIC, which are some acronyms that you will quite commonly see when you're playing on the scene. So they are quite important pillars to sort of having safe play, and they're something that when you go to events you might be asked if you know what they are in order to demonstrate that you're a suitable person to be there. So let's start. SSC is safe, sane, consensual. So it's things: can the person consent? Are they intoxicated? Is it safe? So I've done that backwards, but you know, so it's a very, very safe situation that you're making sure that there's no risk of harm to either party and that everyone has properly communicated their boundaries and that you're very, very happy to proceed with that, and if at any point there was any risk, you would normally stop. So within this, it can become a bit blurred because obviously there will be parties and times when people are drinking, or there might be times when somebody wants to do something that isn't necessarily safe, which is when you come into RAC and PRIC. So Risk Aware Consensual Kink and Personal Responsibility Informed Consensual Kink. So consent's the main part here, like you're not doing anything that's against the person's wants or wishes. You're making sure that you've properly communicated what you wanted. But with risk aware, it's saying there is an inherent risk in this situation or action that we're doing. So if you were going to be doing, say, rope play, which might be one, you might have to make sure that you had scissors nearby to try and limit the risk so that someone isn't going to be tied up for too long or too tightly. If it's something where you're putting something over their head, are they going to be able to breathe? Are they wanting to be, you know, maybe hurt? Maybe they're a masochist. Maybe they want to do something that involves going a bit further than what you would normally do. So that's accepting that there is a risk in a situation, whether that is just weather, whether that's someone's mental health, whether that's the tools that you're using. And it's working within that and saying, okay, so we know that this behaviour is risky, that it might cause harm, but we're both okay with the outcomes. Which is then also the personal responsibility comes in, which is, I know that I am taking part in activity which is risky. I know that I'm doing it. So it's not saying that the more experienced party doesn't have responsibility in this situation. So obviously if you're new to the scene and you are taken into a situation that you have asked for and the dominant's happy to provide, if you're a submissive, that they should still say, you know, there is a risk to this. And by you saying, okay, but I'm happy with that, I understand that I might be hurt during this, you're taking responsibility for that. But it's also a case of asking questions, making sure that you've researched it before. Because at some point it comes to the fact that everyone is adults, everyone should be able to give consent, not coerced or anything, but everyone should be able to communicate their limits, needs and wants. And within that there are going to be things that are safe and things that aren't. So this is quite a quick little video, I just wanted to go over those. And hopefully that helped some of you out. I know I'm always a little bit wishy-washy on YouTube, but obviously if you want to go and read more on them, that's something you can do. Most people when they're working will do like safe, sane, consensual, making sure that the person they're with is sober, that they're in their right mind, that they're not being coerced or feel scared into saying yes, and that obviously their full consent is there at all times. Where when you do more risky play, you will use the other ones and also your own personal judgment, but you will find that in the space these are sort of pillars that we stick by because it means that everyone's on the same sort of level and we've all got the same ideas behind us. Remember to follow me on all my social media.